This project is spearheaded by the Ministry of Implementation in collaboration with other stakeholders like the National Disaster Management Agency, Her Majesty's Prison, the Forestry Division, among others. The plan is twofold and will serve as a pilot project in the first instance. It first seeks to reduce danger and the possible threats posed to motorists plying the Granitang route, and also serve in protecting the road surface from deterioration.
We want to keep the roadway clear and dry. As you see, the asphaltic road, it doesn't like too much water. Whenever it remains shaded, this area always get eroded, and we have to come and redo it. So we're trying to do that also to protect the surface. Usually when it's wet and the leaves will fall onto it, it creates what we call a slippery surface. Sometimes the motorists run up the road and things. So we want to do this to protect everybody.
Peter Charles, a road officer attached to the Ministry of Works, explains more.
The cutting off any overhanging branches that pose a threat in times of disaster or any other occasion. So we'll be doing some trimming at a 20 feet radius from the middle of the road. Anything that we see within that area that would pose a threat in case there is a disaster or just by natural occurrence could fall onto the roadway and cause injury or death to the motoring public or pedestrians passing, we are taking what you call preemptive steps to ensure that this does not happen.
Charles says in spite of the directives given, they are still faced with some challenges. Truck drivers were asked to ply the St. David's route during this process, but still fails to adhere to those directives given. He is, however, asking for the cooperation of all motorists as the project is expected to last at least 6 to 8 weeks.
I am clear stating that they would prefer trucks use the St. David route towards St. George's. Nevertheless, we still see some violating and the warning and coming through, all right? But we would prefer that they use, because there are times the road will be blocked for a little while, and we don't want them standing on the hills with the heavy load, which will cause problems. The smaller vehicles will pass, but they have to be with the understanding that they would be delayed whenever the trees will be cut and it across the road. They'll have to give us time to clear it up.
Most of the forested area falls under the Forestry Division of the Ministry of Agriculture. Keeping conservation and preservation of the forest in mind, the Forestry Division was responsible for selecting the trees for cutting. The cutting of the trees is being done by inmates at Her Majesty's Prison. The logs will be used by that institution. Christelina John, GBN News.